Golfers of all skill levels will recognize how it can bite back like no other sport, with the tiniest of margins separating an incredible shot from an embarrassing effort that can easily ruin a scorecard. While shanks and duffed shots are far more common on your local course than on live televised golf, even some of the game's all-time greats do not always go as planned. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the controversy surrounding this decision and examine the potential impact it could have on the sport of golf as a whole. So grab your clubs and let's tee off into this discussion. From Tiger Woods' chipping yips to Rory McIlroy's difficult hacking out of the rough, we delved into the archives to recall some of the most memorable instances when things went horribly wrong for golf's best. Shanks from Justin Rose, Brooks Koepka, and Ian Poulter are on this list, as is a fluffed chip from Hunter Mahan, a bizarre thinner shot across the green from Padraig Harrington, and a slew of other shots you won't expect from a pro. Strangest shots from the Masters. As much as we enjoy seeing the best shots, it's also fun to see the best players in the world play like 28 handicappers on occasion. And if any course makes a player look foolish, it's Augusta National. Number 1. Rahm's top pull. I don't think I've ever seen a shot as low as that with that much turn from right to left. Mr. Murray, you are not alone, though they are more common on the amateur circuit. Number 2. Rahm's tree trouble. Unfortunately, the Spaniard followed that with an attempt recovering right into the face of the pine tree, causing the ball to shoot left into a bush. Number 3. Rory's hook. McIlroy is one of the best golf ball drivers in the world, but this came as a surprise. It happens to everyone, but most club golfers would struggle to recover after a shot like this. Number 4. Rory's so bad iron. Rory responds with an OMG, despite the fact, as far as we know, the 8 iron is still intact. Number 5. Jason Korkrek's mud ball. This week's mud ball may not have been unusual, but this one was particularly bad, and it could have been disastrous for Lee Westwood's shins too. Number 6. DeChambeau's troubles on 13. Not just one strange shot, but a slew of them from the US Open champion, whose first round did not go as planned. Number 7. Hatton's perfect fairway wood. It was just right, a total peach. However, this type of thing does occur at Augusta. Harsh. Masters blooper. Billy Horschel slips and then scores with incredible water shot at 13. Augusta, Georgia, Billy Horschel turned around and stuck out his rear after taking the interview podium at Augusta National on Saturday. Horschel's battle scar, a visible grass stain on his white Ralph Lauren pants as a result of slipping and falling on the grassy bank that runs down from the 13th green to a tributary of Rays Creek. I thought it was worse, Horschel said, who had 200 yards from the pine straw on his second shot at 13. He didn't keep it dry, hitting his 5-iron into a low grove, and the ball came out low, missing land by a few yards. Horschel chose not to drop his ball because it was completely submerged. Instead, he removed his shoes, rolled up his pant legs to his knees, and began to analyze his shot. However, as a barefoot Horschel walked down the slope towards his ball, his feet slipped out from under him, and he landed on his back end. Phil Mickelson, his playing opponent, was standing just yards behind him. "How bad is it?" I asked. "How bad will the grass stain be?" And he said, "There may not be one there." And he looked and said, "Yeah, there's one there," Horschel recalled. "I'm sorry, buddy. Obviously, this will be a social media highlight, or perhaps Augusta or the Masters will remove it."
I know everyone likes looking at my blood.
That's not just one little grass stain. It's not that bad.
I thought it was worse.
No, it really is. It's
Yeah.
about that big.
What did you specifically ask Phil?
I said, "How bad is it?" I said, "How bad was that grass stain going to be?" And he said, "It may not be one there." And he looked at it and he's like, "Yeah, there's one there. Sorry, buddy." So yeah, obviously that's going to be a highlight that's played on social media. Maybe the Augusta and the Masters will take it off. But I was hoping to make the putt, so at least it would there'd be something funny from it.
That wet rye makes a difference, Mickelson added. Horschel's mood was lifted by the amusing moment, as he had played his first 12 holes in 2 over, despite acting as if it were worse. There was a baton-like club thrown into the air, a swipe at a tee marker, and a few choice words here and there. After hooking a drive into the tree at number 11, he thought to himself, "Oh, Billy, such a bad golf swing." Horschel swung his club back through the air after his follow-through in disgust, after his tee ball found the back fringe a hole later. He put his hands up and looked towards the sky after missing his birdie putt at number 12. Then at number 13, after missing right and landing in the pines, he exclaimed, "What a shit bounce." After his tumble, he regrouped and hit an incredible shot from the creek. Horschel left himself 30 feet coming back for birdie after a big splash. He missed the putt but saved par, then birdied 15 and 16 to finish with a 1 over 73. Mickelson called it one of the best shots I've ever seen. I was looking at 2 balls in the water, one half submerged, Adam Scott's ball from earlier, and one fully submerged. I was certain his ball was the one that was half submerged. He went after the ball while it was fully submerged and it got out. It was a fantastic golf shot. That is not an easy task. That thing could be a little blah at times. I'm curious how he did it. I'd say it was probably a couple of inches under the water, Horschel says. Fortunately, I've hit a few shots from the water for fun in my life, and I know the ball will come out. It wasn't too deep, so I knew if I hit it hard enough, there was a lot of green behind me, it would come out. That made Phil very happy. That's probably my highlight of the day. His gaffe undoubtedly topped the list of blunders. Horschel admitted to having more embarrassing moments in the past. He ripped his trousers a few times, and then there was the Bay Hill incident with Tiger Woods. I have no idea what you are talking about, Horschel stated twice before agreeing to tell the story. The best part was there was no visual evidence that it ever happened. It was a great idea for me to do it behind the cameras. Tiger had made fun of me earlier in the week, so I decided to show him that I could jump a little bit jokingly. And as I was in the air, I noticed the cooler was not. The lid was broken, and thankfully, I was behind the cameras because it would have been a funny sight to see. Tiger was on the ground for about a minute and a half laughing. Yeah, there have been some embarrassing incidents, and that happens. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just me and the things I do. It's fine with me. It's amusing, as I previously stated. It's fine to laugh about it and have fun with it. I do a lot of it on my own. Zach Johnson can't and won't stop hitting golf balls off the tee. Johnson may have won the Masters in 2007, but it was a different moment at Augusta National in 2019 that made him go viral. Johnson took a practice swing on the tee box at the iconic par 5 13th hole during the second round that year, and accidentally hits his golf ball, causing it to ricochet off a tee marker. In case you missed it, here it is. Well, believe it or not, DJ did something familiar on Friday during the second round of the 2022 WM Phoenix Open, when he knocked the ball off his tee, and this time, he appeared to be loosening up again. Professionals are just like us. What do you think? And how about the fact Johnson's ball ended up staying on the tee box both times? It would have been even more embarrassing to have to walk any further. And if you're wondering because some obnoxious guy you always plays with yells, that's one. Every time that happens, it's not one. Johnson, who finished the tournament at 3 under par, was able to re-tee because he didn't hit the ball on purpose. So don't be the one to yell that. And if you happen to be following Johnson at a tournament, don't take your gaze away from him. The guy is a threat. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments section. If you enjoyed today's video and found it interesting, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be up to date with the latest content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.